Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: Has the Olivia Falconeri character on General Hospital ran its course? 1 second, let me see what's going on. The phone's being like really slow right now. Okay, we're good. All right, let's sit there and do a quick roll call and get this started. Hmm. LaShant is in the chat. I like challenges, aka Gloria's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Me Cobb's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Duan's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Samantha's in the chat. How you doing tonight? CJ Clove is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? I hope everyone had a great day. She's boring, Duan says. Get some music going. Get this started. Let's start with some jazz. Start with some light jazz. Now we're going to be spent to talk about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, Young and Restless. Let's take this sources. I don't need this anymore. Autumn says, "Hey Albert, I get where Jake is coming from because he doesn't want to get close to Jason just for Jason to up and disappear again. I understand that, but I hope Jason just shows up for his kids." See, I get that too. I was I wasn't a fan of her tone. I wasn't a fan of his tone. Like, you don't talk to a grown ass man like that. CJ Clove says the answer to your question is yes. I see no purpose in her character. Yeah, I mean, this is why we ask these questions, because I feel like hopefully some executive's gonna look at this and be like, yeah, maybe she needs to go. Lashanta says Blaze let her mother run her. Yeah, I was not a fan of her tone. Black Mars in the chat was good. AKA Mr. GQ. Also, let's wish him a happy birthday. I forgot to post that though. So Gemini's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Autumn says so Jake and Danny know they can't trust. Yeah. Ida is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Ida? Duane says Olivia needs those visions back or something. Okay, good. Like I said, as you're coming in, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help. But yeah, I mean, this is a question. And Ed is in the chat. Ed says, "I'm glad that Brady didn't give EJ no room when it came to dropping all those charges against Tate, and now letting Holly off easy for keeping quiet." Yeah, see, that's something that did bother me, right? Because I'm just like, how come there's no charges against Holly? You throwing this man in actual real jail with real adults, but Holly gets off scot free. Autumn says, "I bet anything happened on B&B, or was it the same dialogue, comments talking?" Yeah, it was pretty much the same dialogue. Yep. Autumn, it was pretty much the same dialogue. You didn't really miss anything. So if you didn't see it, you could just watch my review. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't like his tone. I didn't like his tone. I'm like, yo, listen, you talking to grown adults like that. You better calm your little ass down. Well, Lashanta, and I'm glad we brought this up. So yes, I see where you're coming from with Sonny, but the thing is, Sonny is off his meds. Sonny has been off his meds since the Cyrus incident, since he beat up Cyrus in the church. You think so, Duan? You think that Phyllis character also ran her course? Hmm. Also, I think this is a great time to bring this up. So I'm going to bring this up now. I'm going to bring this up in the middle and then maybe somewhere else. Okay. So just keep in mind that if I missed your comment, I apologize. There's 24 people in this chat. There is one of me. So if I read your question and I answer it and I missed somebody else's comment, don't take it personal, okay? No, actually, tell you the truth, Samantha. Yeah, because it was you that said that. Here's the thing. Valentine said that he been messing with Sonny's medication since Cyrus. He said that he already got in touch with the pharmacist and he started to slowly add placebos into his medication. So they've been tampering his stuff since that. Since exactly CJ Cole. That's what I'm Smith is saying. That's what Valentine said on Friday. That he messed with his medication during the Cyrus part when he beat up Cyrus in the church. He hasn't been the same since Cyrus. So that's when he started messing up his medication. Anna says Sonny was out of pocket today, talking about Jason is dead to him, being off his meds or not. Sonny has no right. Everything, but see, that's the problem. Okay, we can agree to disagree on that. After everything Jason has done to sacrifice, Jason looks out for Sonny. Yes, and I agree with that. But the thing is, Autumn, when you're off your meds, you say things that you don't. Yeah, he's out of pocket, but it's not like I hate to sit there and say it's because his faculties aren't there, but his faculties aren't there. Like it's out of pocket to sit there here on an emotional level, but we do have to sit there and remember that he's been off his meds since. And that does affect how you move. It affects how you speak to people. But I get what you're saying from an emotional standpoint. Is it it's a little jarring to hear. But yes, CJ Close, like I said, he's been off his meds since months ago. This would explain a lot of stuff. But see, again, just going back to the Holly situation, she ain't getting no jail time. I think they should really file a civil suit against. Um, you think Mackay thinks that everybody gave the idea of tampering? It's interesting. People are sitting there saying that. I'm glad when everything comes out and they was actually vindicated from that. Because people have been snitching saying that she's working with Valentine. She, like Mikab said, gave him the idea of messing with his meds. And it's possible, but if it's wrong, I'm just gonna sit there and do a big dance, saying I told you so. As said, GH needs to decide who's Blaze manager because if it's his mom looking over the contract, then what is Brooklyn? I said this, yes, thank you, Ed. I'm glad we're actually clearing this stuff up because I sat there and said the same thing. I'm like, I thought Brooklyn was Blaze's manager, not not Natalia. Natalia comes in. First of all, let me tell you something. Natalia came in and was like, "No, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't think she should be doing this. I don't think she like." Now you're to saying that your daughter's too good to sit and sell products for the company. Sasha wasn't too good to sell products for the company. Blaze, you can go, and you can sit there and take your little nasty mom with you too. Dolomedics, what is good? Yeah, Samantha. But see, that's the thing though. Like, who is the manager? Okay, so yeah, now here's Spencer. Spencer saying Sunny's a real PUS. He had the nerve to talk trash about Jason, yet he has been the one saving his life over the years. I would tell I, Sonny, if I was Jason, take a hike and fight his own damn battles. Okay, so I see everyone like, and somebody, I think Autumn said the same thing, but I guess people are forgetting that Sonny has been off his meds since he beat up Cyrus in the church. So when he's saying all this stuff, as bad as it is, and as out of pocket as it is, it's literally because he is not taking his full doses of his meds. I'm always thinking about that though. What's good, Spencer? Melly Mel, my heart queen. How you doing tonight? Deluxe said Jason needs to do something and out these exactly disrespectful kids. I understand them being upset. Susan R, how you doing tonight? I understand them being upset, but they need to learn how to speak to adults. Jake was wrong for how he came off. I said the same thing. I was like, bro, listen, I understand the teenage rebellious thing, especially when it comes towards an absentee dad. But I'm like, bro, you're not gonna be sitting there talking to a grown ass adult like that. I am here, you are there. Know your place when you talk to me. Andrea, how you doing tonight? And you're back. Mikael said, if I was Maxie, I would have told Blaze and the mom, thank you for your services. You are not exactly. Yep, show them both the door because you are not going to come in my office. And the way she was talking, she had this way of literally talking down to them. See, when people listen to saying Lucy was talking down to Sasha, I was just like, okay, yep. Some of y'all have never actually heard what talking down is like. That's what Natalia did when she walked in there. I was like, Natalia, you can go. You can take Blaze with you since she's too good to be sent there selling products. Like, get the F out of here. I can't believe they actually took that deal too. Ron says, I understand why Jake is acting like he is. I would have spoke to my father the same way. I'm not even going to say anything about that, do I? I am so not going to sit there and say anything about that. I know if my son ever spoke to me like that, that would be the last time he ever speaks to me like that. Because here's the thing. I don't exactly me, Cobb. I'm like, yo, you're not gonna be sitting there talking to somebody like that. What's the matter with you? Oh, okay, so that's why he's leaving. Okay, Mel, thank you for letting me know. Well, good for him. Good for him, Mel. Spencer says, I had a feeling Jake would have some resentment, and I kind of knew that ever since he was born, that Jake is going to grow, having some resentment because Jason is never around. See, exactly, and that's the thing. Yes. And see, that's the thing. Dewanda's like, well, if that was my dad, I would spoke to him like that too. I would spoke to him like that too. I'm like, like I said, people go off of emotion. Go off of emotion. I mean, see, the thing is, I understand where Jake is coming from, but you don't approach a grown ass adult like that. That's where Jake was out of pocket. You don't have that tone with a grown ass adult. You want to talk to me, you want to talk to me right, or you're not going to talk to me at all. And it says if Dex joins the PCPD, I wonder how that's going to affect Sonny and Miss Wu's relationship because this will definitely make Sonny look weak. Yes, that's very true. Ed is coming in with the facts. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I definitely did not like definitely don't like Natalia coming in there acting what she was acting. I was like, I don't know who you think you are or who you think your daughter is, but as Lauren Finn was doing a crossover April 4th and April 5th, okay, that's what's up. About time they actually use those connections. They have them. I feel like it's always a missed opportunity with that. Autumn says Ava is just trying to get some playing time with Sunny because she has growing feelings for him, but Ava would stab anyone in the back if it benefits her. I can't wait for Nina versus Ava's messiness. Well, yeah, of course. That's what we're here for. We're here for the messiness. What the messiness? And again, just taking a little bit back to days, I'm like, okay, well, you know what they say, Duan. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Not really good stuff, but he's got the nerve to bust up in Anna's office and demand her about charging Jason. If I was Anna, I would have slapped him. Okay. um, Anna putting Sonny on notice. It's funny. I was actually going to use that for my title tonight, but I decided to go with the Olivia Falconeri thing because I feel like she is just a character that's just been there. And granted, I get it. She's a supporting character. Not everyone, not everyone has to be front and burner, and I get that. But I just feel like they could do something. They could do something more with her character. They could do something more with Olivia's character and what they're doing. Like, seriously, when was the last time that? Let me ask you a question. When was the last time Olivia actually had a good story? When was the last time that she had a good story? Start with there. Lo- Duane says Lois has more character than Olivia. I'm pretty sure that's out there trolling comment or whatever, but it's one of those things where it's like honestly, tell you the truth with that, I feel like Tate is being too easy on her, and I don't even understand why Tate was like, oh, you don't have to sit there and say anything. You could have just not said anything and protected your mom. Like, bro, are you kidding me? And the thing that annoys me, yeah, Lashanta said Robert and Olivia went to the casino. Yes, that was the last time that she asked. How long ago was that? It was like what, 2 years? That's the thing. It was literally 2 years since that happened. That's pretty sad. Again, I know people would sit there and give me pushback and be like, hey, listen, um, not every character needs to be front and burner, but honestly, tell you the truth, you just being there just to be there sometimes for me is just not enough. And I feel like it should be. I feel like sometimes it should be enough for the actor or actress. Autumn says I'm still annoyed with Olivia that she let Ned take the fall for the SEC secret that Ned had nothing to do with, and she continued to. Yep, and she continued to let him get dragged. Okay, because Sonny was in his face, Carly was in his face, a lot of people was in his face, and she kept saying, "Well, we'll just keep the peace, just keep the peace." You're not a real one, Olivia. You're not. Let's get cherry ice cream. Lashanta says, "Why is what's good, Dolomitics? Why is Finn defending Hope to Steffy over her brother?" I mean, okay. Dolomitics says, "I'm glad that Brady went off on Holly. I also appreciate him calling AJ by his." Thank you. He was like, "Yo, Elvis, we can take this outside right now. We can take this ish outside right now." Oh, that's true. Well, I totally forgot about that. She was being a hypocrite, but I do understand her anger towards Holly at the same time. As says, I like how Teresa handled her talk with Tate about Holly, but it was a waste of time because she won't listen. Exactly. Young, dumb, and in love, unfortunately. And yeah, he's going to sit there and run against some romantic tryst with her. I'm like, bro, I just like, it's why sometimes, like, with the stuff like this, it's like people's, because yesterday people sit there and say, why I like them. I think that they're cute together. They're in the feelings. They completely forgot. Oh, okay, I got you, Cherry Ice Cream. I do the same thing with my PlayStation on my TV. So Spencer says when I saw that scene between Jason and Jake, I kind of felt bad for Aiden because his father is like a deadbeat dad. Even though Jason is a deadbeat dad, actually he's an absentee dad. I don't really is a big deadbeat dad. It's interesting when people sit there and say deadbeat dad. Jason's a deadbeat dad, and it's like, how is Jason a deadbeat dad? He's an absentee dad, but let's not sit there. That house that Liz and the kids are living in is because of Jason's money. And also, and here's the thing: somebody who's with this thing, well, Liz does extra shifts, this, that, and the third. But I'm just like, I guess people tend to forget that Liz does have a mouth. She could say something at any point in time if she's running out of money or anything like that. People are so quick to sit there and come at Jason talking about he's that be this and that be that. Solomon is in the chat. Well, maybe it's jealousy, no. But it is kind of annoying to sit there and constantly see your wife constantly in the arms of the same man over and over again. Susan said, I did like seeing Aiden because in those scenes, at one point, he looked like he was wondering how he would be with Lucky. That's true. Exactly, Lashanta. I don't understand that. Because, here's the thing, Dolomedics, and I feel like a lot of times people do tend to speak on emotion. This is why Lashanta's like, I wish people would start calling him a deadbeat dad. Like, he doesn't provide money. He may not always be there around as much as you feel that he should. There's times there were circumstances where he couldn't be there. The cave thing, him being captured by Elena. But people are very quick to sit there and say, he's a deadbeat dad. He's a deadbeat dad. He's a deadbeat dad. I'm like, whose house are they living in? And like I said, Liz has a mouth. Hey, listen, I need some money for groceries or whatever. Could you sit there and spot me? Cool, I got you. But like I said, a lot of people tend to just act off emotions, and they don't understand the difference between absentee and deadbeat. But okay, where's my damn soda at? Susan says, I remember those scenes of Jason making sure Liz was financially set and Sam too. Exactly. And yet people somehow seem to forget that. I'm glad to hear that, Andrew. Lashanta said deadbeat dad is someone who is not in their kid's life. Well, like I said, that's he's entitled to his feelings. Um, but I disagree with that statement. Well, that is bad news now, because every time that version of Teresa's on, it's just always terrible. Susan says a deadbeat dad is financially absent. An absent dad is someone who isn't around. Exactly. He hasn't been around as much as people would like. So I can understand the absentee part. When people sit there and say deadbeat dad, it's just like, Billy says words do matter, so I'm glad you point out the differences. Absentee and deadbeat aren't the same thing. It's like when people misuse gaslighting. I hate that. Yeah. And I'm not even going to get started on the gaslighting part, but the absentee thing, yeah. It's like amazing, gorgeous Queen Janet. It's April Fool's Day. You damn right it is. Yeah, it was good to see you too, Andrea. Oh, you know it's coming, Janet. Hope is plotting. Hope is plotting. It is coming, Janet. And when it does, let's get out some wine. Solomon says the reason I haven't been here in a while is because I haven't been watching YNR and B&B. I was about to quit watching YNR. Why is that? Well, why was you about to quit watching YNR? Hmm. But yeah, it's just one of those things, and I think that sometimes when people are in their feelings, they're just like tomato tomato. Yes, I mean tomato tomato, deadbeat, absentee. It's all the same thing. I don't like the character, so it is what it is. And then I sit there and I read it, and it's like I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but when people say that, I'm just like, Lashanta says, Albert, nobody's scared of Hulk. Why they need to be worried about their marriage. Susan says Steffi has been acting so insufferable, like she's so perfect. That's true. She does sit there and act like her ish don't stink. Yeah, Lashanta, it's getting to a point where Jordan is becoming like a Saturday morning cartoon. It's just ugh. Who is serving in the what? I I don't really understand that. I mean, that's cool. It's about time he sits there. You know, if they're not going to do anything, then he needs to do something. Lashanta says, "Hope is no threat." Okay, I underestimate hope if you want. When Hope winds up hooking up, let me tell you something, Lashanta. When Hope winds up hooking up with Finn, let's just remember we had this conversation. Let's just remember we had this conversation. Juan says, "See, you guys know more history of GH than I do." What? Oh, no more history. Well, I mean, I've been watching the show. There's people that know more than me. I've only been watching the show since the year 2000. So, yes, I think. Oh my goodness, thank you, Ed. Yes, it does go against his character. He never wanted to be like Luke. He never wanted to be like Luke, and yet he's all the way in Ireland. He sees his son like what, twice a year, maybe four times a year if they're lucky. It all happens off screen. People are so quick to sit there and talk about how Jason is a bad father, blah 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 blah. Problematic says if Hope wasn't a threat, stuff wouldn't have been going after her for the last 15 years. Exactly. For somebody who isn't worried. Yeah, no, I mean here's the thing, Dewan. It's the same thing with me and YNR and B&B and Days. I've been watching those shows for about 3 years. So when I come in, some people, there's a lot of people know more than me. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate that. Or better chill before she ends up like shit. Ooh, that's true. I'm gonna be honest. They need to do something with this whole Sheila thing because if that's how they are actually killing her off, that was probably the stupidest death that they could have wound up doing, and it's laughable and it's embarrassing. Even by B&B standards, that's embarrassing. Yep, Samantha, and that's the thing. Thank you, Samantha. I I don't know. I've never heard of that cherry ice cream. Well, that's the thing, Samantha. She feels like she's the center of the universe. She expected Thomas to sit there and wait for her. And I don't, Hope's problem is a problem with a lot of women. They think that men have this infinite amount of patience. And they act like we don't have the option of simply walking away. And we do. And Hope learned that the hard way, and now she's looking all stupid, blaming Steffi for everything. Oh well, Steffi broke up my family. No, sweetheart, you broke up your family. You did that. Yeah, exactly. The more especially when she jumped into the knife. I'm like, what are you doing? It's crazy because we never know what's going on behind the scenes. We never know what's going on behind the scenes of these shows. Yeah, I remember you said that, Mel. I'm looking forward towards that because we need some answers. Okay, because Jada has been getting on my nerves for the past couple of weeks, and I don't like how they're making her so unlikable. Going after Steffi the way she did. Oh, what you knew, you should have investigated. You should shut your ass up. Like seriously. Solomon says I was about to quit watching Why Not because the stories were getting too boring and nonsensical to me. Okay, well that's fair. That's fair. That's completely fair. I did take a break from watching soap operas for a very long time from General Hospital. I think it was like 5 years, if not more. So yeah, I know exactly what that's like. That's true. That's true, Mel. I mean, granted, yes, everyone is hypocrites in these soap operas, but for me, Hope, she did this. She broke up her own family. She could have chose to go with anybody. She chose to go with the guy who she knew loved her more than she loved him. Okay, and she should have never started that because, like you said, she did have a family. But what happened? Her needs were more important than keeping her family and her professional life intact. And now both of them are unraveling. So now she got to sit there and deal with RJ and Zende, as opposed to Thomas, who was in sync with her. She didn't just mess up her family, she messed up her work life in general because of, you know, Duane says, "Oh, why did you and the Keisha get B&B canceled?" Yeah, I'm like, where's my boy Ronnie Ron? Spencer says, I'm just glad to get a break from say I'm sorry enough to deal with Sonny. Yes. And that's the thing, Spencer. Unlike Sonny, who's actually off his meds, Sam has no reason to be sitting there acting the way she's acting. Disloyal, I would sit there and say, disloyal. All right. Let's see how many likes we have so far. See how many likes we have so far. I guess I'm at the cheat. Okay, we got 18 likes. We got 40 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button today. Amazing, gorgeous, sexy cat ladies in the chat. Liz was nice for a change. Hey, ain't that something? Wow, in a month. My goodness. Ooh, that's a long time. That's a long time, Solomon. It was good to see you, though. Susan said, I dislike the whole Tote storyline because I don't believe Thomas has changed. No offense to Tote fans. Oh, you can offend Tote fans. Crystal said, tell me who's a better father, Jason or Jade or Adam or YNR. You know, Crystal, I would sit there and say Adam or YNR. I would sit there and say Adam or YNR, Crystal. Why is this so loud? Like, I picked these songs and they're so fucking loud. Jesus Christ. And no, Susan, hope fans to get over it. It ain't that deep. So please speak your mind. Oh, okay. That's that's fine. I mean, the kid actors just they're just fill-ins. You know, they could be there or not be there, and it really doesn't. You know, outside our house earlier the evening. What? But yeah, Duan. I mean, I kind of forgot what my question was, but all I know is that we got 44 people. We got like 18 likes. So you know, cat lady, he did, but oof, I think it's how he did it that just wound up irritating me. I mean, yeah, you know, he's entitled to his feelings. He's entitled to his feelings. Spencer said, "Do you think that one day General Hospital will have a final episode? Do you think they will keep going on for many more decades? I hope more decades to come. I hope more decades to come. You know, soap operas they're important, and General Hospital, you know, they make sure that they keep the other soap operas on notice. They keep them on their toes, and I gotta appreciate that. Thank you, Deluxe. Thank you. Yeah, cat lady. I was like, first of all, cat lady, I was like, yo, you are a child. Stay in your place. I don't care if you're a teenager or not. Stay in your place. I agree with that. I agree with that, Sam. Samantha, when Thomas does come back, yes, Ronnie, Ron, you could you could have told him the FBI at this point. We all know that's true. That's my whole thing, Conley. That was like, yo, let him explain. There's certain things that he can explain, certain things that he can't. But I get it. I don't know, Dewan. I'm actually liking B&B right now. It's days that I may want to get in canceled. Ronnie Ron, days is the one I may actually want to get in canceled. Solomon says in today's episode is not that good to me. The Claire stuff is awful now, and I'm done with Tucker, Ashley, and Audra. Jordan is dressing as a man was cartoons. Yes, and see that I can the Jordan stuff is just cartoonish. Yes. Ryan, my take is that Tate is young and dumb, and the fans want them to get together, so they're going to get together regardless of how little it makes sense. But see, that's the thing, Mel. See, this is my. I'm glad you brought this up now, and I'm going to respectfully agree to disagree with you on that, because when Victoria is actually being nice to Adam, people snip to saying she's fake. When she's nasty to Adam, people snip to saying, oh, well, she's being a B, she's being this, she's being that. It's like you people are never happy either way. Victoria could sit there and literally save a bus full of children, and people will find reasons to be, oh, she's being fake. It's like, okay, then I guess you just shouldn't say anything then. What, was she just stop breathing at this point? I don't know. Yes. I love their team. I love their bromance. And I get it. A lot of people don't like Victoria. Trust me, when I first came in, I started watching. I was like, yo, I don't know who this chick is, but Kelly said, but then Ann Jordan look good as me. Come on. And yes, Cat Lady old school. Steve Urkel, aka Stefan. I know where you're coming from. Okay, now Solomon says, and why did Thomas have to try and rush Hope into marriage? Didn't they just get together. Yes. What's good, Big Nate? The thing is, I see that, but at the end of the day, he wanted what he wanted, you know. And if he wasn't going to get that from her, then he has the option to leave. That's the thing. And my whole thing is, Hope should have got together with Thomas because she knew exactly what Thomas wanted. She could have been out with anybody. She's a pretty girl. But I get where I get to some extent where Solomon is coming from. Yeah, I didn't really care about the seed either on. Um, every time that Pauline starts talking, it almost feels like it just gives me a headache. What the? Almost seems like she gives me a headache. Alex says, "Do you think the FBI has fabricated evidence on Jason?" Good question. Yeah, no. And I remember him saying something to Victoria, which he was out of pocket for. And he did apologize. He did apologize. He was out of pocket when he was there accusing Claire of doing something he didn't have any proof. And when Victoria says something, Adam was like, you know what? You're right. He had one of Hope for years. Exactly. That's my whole thing. I'm like, Hope, if you didn't, what's good, Jakaris? I mean, here's the thing, CJ Club. I'm not knocking you. I ain't knocking you. I was there for it. I was there for it, Chikara's. I'm glad he actually was dragging Holly too. Queen Jess is in the chat. What's good? What do you thought of that Jake and Jason scene, Jess? It has been a minute, Chikara's. How have you been? You still doing reviews? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna sit there and wonder about that. Okay. I got you. Tracy Steves is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Easter. Like I said, Jake pissed me off today. Not so much as what he said, but his tone of voice. I'm like, Jake, Jason is a grown man. You are a kid. You up here, you need to bring that ish down to here. That's what you need to do. And then he's all like, oh well, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna probably see him anymore. And I'm like, yeah, he's probably gonna be sitting there spending time with his son that's riding for him. It did, Tracy. There's a new Leo. Wait, Jakaris, which Leo are you talking about? You talking about General Hospital's Leo? Or are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. He didn't show up yet, so I gotta see how he didn't show up yet. It's a little jarring. I just got used to that tape, so I'm gonna reserve my judgment until he actually shows up because he was still dealing with the other one. Jay Blue says I'm here just watching GH on the background. Okay, all right. Kelly said Jake wanted all the answers. Now, not later, and Jason had nothing. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you need to like. And see, that's the thing. People sitting there saying, "Well, he's a teenager. He's a teenager." I don't give a sh. I do not care. As says, I like that Anna sets boundaries to Sunny, so she shouldn't have been surprised, and her no longer being cool with him, but her mentioning Cyrus, and only about her position when she kicks Sunny out the. Well, my whole thing is like, yes, Duan, that is true. Well, Nicholas Chavez may not be coming back, but and they can always recast. Just that Jake was annoying, but I'm trying to give him grace. Oh, Jess, you're way more kind than I am. Because my whole thing is just it's not so much what he was saying that I had an issue with. My issue was with his tone. I'm like, you are a kid. He is a grown man. You need to calm that itch down. You can have your peace and you can say, um, what's good unlimited? It happens unlimited. Angel Blue says I just want to know more to the story of with Jason. They gotta be threatening the kids too, not just Jason. Yes, it has to be something big because even Dante was like, I know whatever it is, it's not so much about you. Like saving your own skin. Oh, they lucky Cam wasn't there. Okay, Conley. They almost forgot about Cam. Tracy Tracy says Alexis is trying to get back at lawyer. Don't know why. Felicia is Anna is back trying being a cop. What's good, Darby? Mel says I got good news that there will be a Ready or Not 2 sequel movie that is confirmed. It's in the works with, and I've actually heard of the first one. Nope. Solomon, she's still keeping that quiet. Olivia said I thought NAC was coming back for sure, but I'm also think he's negotiating. I mean, if he is, it's I don't think he's negotiating. He's literally off the credits. They released him from his contract earlier. They released him from his contract early. There's no negotiation at that point. It's pretty much done. Yeah. But see, that's the only thing I'm looking at because I'm just like, Duan Sonny is kind of off his mess to some extent. Angel Blue said I didn't see NC renewing his contract, so I don't know if we must go. Sorry, so I don't know if we must on GH will work. Yeah. Slap. I wanted Brady to slap EJ. I think he needs more than just a slap. Slapping? Man, don't slap. What are you talking about? Just that where's everyone getting their release him from his contract? Unless Nicholas himself said we don't know. See, here's the thing. I got that from a guy named Phoenix Tremaine. He does a lot of spoilers and stuff like that. He has sources and stuff. So that's where I got my info from. I got mine from a channel called Phoenix Tremaine. Yeah, and it's like they're trying to add levity into a situation, and the gossip guy is just annoying. Oh, and let me just say, Soap Digest, I think, released the article. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's from Soap Digest. I also heard it from a guy named Phoenix Tremaine. So, and let me just say, he saw it on Reddit. Yeah. And honestly, tell you the truth, who knows? Have a good night, Andrea. Um, who knows if Nicholas Chavez is ever going to do a official statement? You know, just says, I mean, I don't know if he comes back, but it's not really confirmed yet. That's true. Well, who knows? I guess time will tell. I mean, that's the information I'm gonna go on until I hear. Olivia said this is with him unfollowing Trina actress after the fiasco. He would just be professional. Maybe. Maybe he would. Maybe he wouldn't. Just saying. Mr. Bear, what soap character on screen death bothered you the most, Albert? I don't think any soap death actually bothered me really. Mr. Bear, to be honest. Soap deaths don't generally tend to bother me. When they're not real. Like Victor, the guy who plays Victor, um, most of deaths actually bother me, but the only ones that I can sit there and be like, well, that's sad, is Lila from General Hospital because we know that she actually passed. And when they did the funeral scene, it felt like an actual funeral. So I'll sit there and say that, but bothers me? No. What felt real is a little bit different. No, she does not, which is a problem. That's a problem. Shanta, which is why I keep saying I want Tabi for the games. They ain't doing nothing with her hair. Besides the trial stuff with her. Now Jess is like, Sunny is really pissing me off. OMG. Emotions. Sunny's also off his meds. Just saying. Olivia says I feel like Trina has a storyline before and after Spencer. Really? What? What is that? I mean, you have a storyline now. What is she doing now? Jenny from One Watch Children for me. Okay. Solomon says I wish Tucker would leave both Audrey and Ashley alone. And what is it about the slimy snail that got Audrey all in love? Yo, okay. I don't even. No, I'm not even positive. I mean, yeah, Jess, she did put him on notice. I'm getting his. I'm getting this feeling that Sharon, has been disappeared because she has not been on for a lot of weeks. And well, I mean, here's the thing about yeah, that's the same. That's the same thing with like Mariah and Tess. They get going for a while. They get they're going for a while. Um, you know, so I'm like, well, okay. I would sit there and say, I think Tucker loves Audra, but he's not in love with Audra. Nate says Jake is entitled to his feelings 100%. The way Jake spoke about him lately, he didn't sound too much like the absentee father as he disappeared on screen. Jake does need to tone it down. Yes, that's what I would sit there and say. Um, well, I guess Unlimited, I guess maybe a good story. A good story. They haven't really given her a good story. Yeah, Audra's bad. And that's the thing, Nate. Yeah, we can all agree that Jake is entitled to his feelings, but the way he's conveying those feelings, um, is the problem. See, that's the thing. So yeah, she's those two are going to be back, and it's going to be like, honestly, tell you the truth, Mariah and Tess coming back is like a fart in the wind. It's literally like a fart in the wind. Yeah, that's what I said. Just they did, and Tommy killed it. And the problem that I always have, Jess, is like the trial story with Esme. People felt like it was too far. I'm like, you give this girl something to do, you give her good scenes, and people think it's too far. I'm like, you people are never happy. And then when they don't give her anything, then it's like, I can't believe you're saying they're not giving her anything. I feel like this is racist. You give her something. This is too far. What the do you people want? Um, I don't know. Not this boring stuff. I would sit there and say that. I mean, I don't really care about a grieving process. Um, I think that, yep, Justin, I agree. But again, you can't make them happy. Yep, CJ Clove. LaShanta says, Albert, I want you to do research. I want you to research it because we heard it. And Valentine haven't did anything as of yet. He said he's talked to the pharmacist and he will place the meds. I didn't yeah. That's not what I read. That's not the same that I saw. And even Dion's corner said the same thing. So thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the idea. You all must have some ideas. I don't have to really think about it. I just, for me personally, the stuff that they're giving isn't working. So, Nate says Mariah and Tess are a waste of space on the show. Honestly, they are. They really are. They are a waste. Thank you. Oh my, they are a waste of space, to be honest. And thank you, Olivia. Olivia said, no, Valentine already switched it up. He already switched the meds. He said that he switched the meds up. He said that he started, Sonny has been breaking down ever since the Cyrus incident in the church. So Valentine already has been messing with um with Sonny's meds since this time. Exactly. Andrew Blue says I heard Valentine had the pharmacist dial down the strength of strength of the pills. Exactly. And again, that's been going on since what you call it. And that's the thing, Lashanta. When I was doing my review, I thought about you because I was like, you said that on Sunday. You was like, he didn't start doing it. No, he already did that. This is something that I'm saying. This is something that Dion's Corner or GH Envy has said in his review on Sunday. So yeah, I don't know. Whoever they bring in, you better be good. You better bring in a really good character. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, and Tracy with Natalie or Natalia. Mel says, "Aber, how do you think Ryan and Tess are going to feel about Claire?" They're gonna be sus of her. They're gonna be sus of her. I was saying. Just as I was confused on the timeline as well, Valentine seemed like he was going to start messing. He already did. Lashanta says, okay, when it comes out, remember I told you, okay, listen, if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me that. But Unlimited says, remember, Valentine was coming over to Sonny's house in the office. He was dating Anna at the time. He may have switched down himself and then paid the pharmacist to continue. The point is, he did actually in the van. He did sit there and say that already started the process. He's been unraveling. He literally said he's been unraveling since the Cyrus incident. You know. Well, yeah, that's true, Crystal, and that's what we've been Smith is saying. It's like she doesn't really. It's not so much that she doesn't have a story. She doesn't have a story that honestly no one really cares about. Yeah, sure, they don't trust her. Angel Blue says Sunny has been manic for a while now, guys. It makes sense the med's been messed with. I'm like, I know that people don't like what Sonny's been doing, and they don't want the mess to be an excuse for him been acting out of pocket, but he has been acting out of pocket for a hot minute. That's not like Sonny. Now with Sam, that's not an excuse. Nate says, as for Olivia, she doesn't have a purpose on the show besides being a mom and a wife. She's better off recurring. Yep, it's one of Anna's first dominoes to fall. Jason recognized it. Where's Ned? Yep, and it's funny too because somebody else said that too. That's why he said Carly. Exactly. That's why he said Carly, let's go because he was like, yo, listen, there's something off with you, bro, and I'm not gonna sit there and deal with this, and I'm not gonna suggest what you call it. Yeah, where's Ned at? Where's Wally Kirk? Where's he at? Where's he at on both fronts? Where's he at on GH and where's he at on days? Just as all this going on and Ned is nowhere to be found. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found on both shows. Ron Albert, if you're at the are you Albert, if you're at the fan event and they start attacking and cursing the actor playing Zende saying you better stay away from Luna and RJ before I slap you, what are you gonna tell them? I'm gonna tell them that they're a bunch of losers and that they all need to get some therapy. That's what I was saying. I'm like, y'all a bunch of losers, y'all need to get some therapy. Well, no one's saying that it's not the writer's fault, Crystal. I'm just not there saying that it's a boring story that I don't care about. Just says, I don't care if Lexus get back her lawyer license and then throwing in another brother is silly writing. Oh, he's on vacay. Okay. Eh, I mean, man, I saw the first one. It wasn't like it was all that, so I can wait for the second one. LC says he tried to get Jason arrested today. Anna told Sonny off. She's sick of him. Yeah, she wasn't sick of him before. She got given him a pass. So I'm kind of part of me is like, Anna, you've been giving this man a pass because he's been there for Robin, and I'm like, don't sit there and try to start act all high mighty now with an attitude. Element says, plus Sonny has actually helped her out, but whatever. Element says, well, actually, Laura was the first to fall since their friendship is strained, but Anna is the second, so Sonny is no longer is on good terms with the mayor and police commissioner. And to be fair, he should have never been on good terms with them because he's a criminal. That's why when he came in there and Anna was like, "Listen, I will arrest you if you do something out of line," and Sonny was like, "Well, what are you talking about? I mean, yeah, I'm a mobster, but I thought we were cool. What are you talking about? You're talking about you're gonna arrest me? I mean, it's not like I'm not a criminal or anything." I must look dumbfounded too. As that they could involve Trina more with Ava by having her set up events like she did when she organized actress was on to give her story while putting her in therapy. And yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely could. However, is there two horror movies coming out? That series is so hard to follow. Um, Anna needs him more than Sunny needs her. That's true. Krista, Krista, how you doing tonight? I mean, yeah, I would actually do that, Ron. I would tell them that they're a bunch of nut jobs. Ooh, that'd be interesting. No, Tracy, I think it'll be Jason. I think Jason will be responsible for Sonny's death. I think that would be cool. It'd be like brother versus brother in a sense. Thank you, Lashanta. Beginning to recover. Okay. Well, I hope you had a good Easter, Krista. Yep, and LaShant is very true. And I forgot Sonny's been helping her. But to be fair, again, Sonny's off his meds. Angel Blue says, I just don't get, I just don't give with the whole Cyrus thing, proving Anna that Sonny is still bad. Yeah, that's good. Oh, April. Okay, that's good, Nate. Damon, what's good, Damon? Just said, well, she remembered who he was and told him to get the F on. Jess is not happy with Sonny right now. Jess is not giving Jess is not giving Sonny any slack. Damon says when Jason was talking to Dante saying the feds wasn't after Sonny, so Carly had that's what I'm sitting there saying. That's what I'm thinking too. Oh, tell me to mind my effing business. All right. So you sitting there telling me that the crowd is gonna slap me around and call me Susie? They're gonna sit there and treat me like a streetwalker? Is that what you're telling me, Ron? Krista says Sonny and Jason were on opposite sides before going back to Sonny and Emmy. That's true. When Sonny was a selfish POS and Jason asked one thing for Sonny to do, and he couldn't even sit there and be obliged to do that. I remember that. And then Jason took over the business for a little bit. Unlimited says, I see Jason and Sonny dying or bowing out together. MB and SB retiring together. Hmm, okay. Did you have a good weekend though? Because technically, Chris, I think they said Easter was today, but I felt like Easter was yesterday. LaShawn says Albert Sonny was off his meds when he was with Nina. Hmm. It's very hard to sit there and say when he's actually been off his meds. It's just that Valentine gave us a vague timeline. Valentine was like, I figured that, Jess. I figured that. I'm sorry. Are you are you being sarcastic with me, Jess? Oh, Jess is being sarcastic, giving me that diva-like energy. I love it, Jess. I don't know why. I probably shouldn't. Probably need therapy. Yep, he's still not letting that go, Lashonda. Ron says, Albert, they will be like, first, I ain't talking to you, and this doesn't concern you. Also, you need to leave before you get a beat down. Oh, they're gonna beat me down, Ron? Wow. Okay, Ron, so they really will sit there and treat me like Susie. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, Krista. Just it's just when Jess says it, she wants to be that diva like energy. Daria says when Sunny came into Anna's office, it was like Sunny told not ask Anna when is she going to arrest Jason. She's like she works for him exactly. Well, yeah, that's true. Unlimited. If we're talking about logic, but sometimes you got to kind of move it down a little bit for soap opera logic, unfortunately. But I see what you're saying. Hmm. You think so, Damon? That is crazy, Mr. Bear. Um, Jay Blue says Phyllis helped Sonny get medication when he was in Nixon Falls. Exactly. So that's why I'm like, he was drinking a lot. How you doing tonight, Caroline? He was drinking a lot, and Nina helped Sonny get off the alcohol. Yeah, he was off his meds. No, that's true. He was off his meds when he. Oh, okay, I got you on that. I'm just, sometimes logic and soap opera logic don't always, go hand in hand. I see what you're saying, though. Krista says, remember when Rick Lansing gaslighted Sonny so Alcazar by hiring Lyda Lily lookalike? Yeah, I remember that. Tracy said they have been bringing up Stone's name a lot in the past few episodes. That's true. Ron, because I generally like to put crazies in their place. That's why. That's why I would do it, Ron. I like to put crazies in their place. I mean, you have to. Now, Angel says Sonny is still getting his mess. His strength hasn't been as strong since Valentine started messing with them. That's true. But I'm just, people have been, people were upset with him today. People were upset with him today. I'm like, hey, just let you know, he's kind of starting to not be on the same dosage. So I just feel like if he says stuff that's out of pocket, like what he said today, it's like, I feel like people are just kind of missing that. Taking more of an emotional reaction. Upper says Olivia doesn't bring much to the table any longer. She doesn't. She hasn't for a very long time. And see, Caroline, Sonny has pissed me off today. That's what I'm talking about. Deluxe said they're acting like they don't tolerate Sonny and poor Charles because he's the lesser of the evil. That's true. That's why Sonny has always gotten away with a lot of stuff he's done because he is the lesser of the evils, the Anthony Sakaras, the Alcazars, um, the Joes, the Scullys or whatever. In his own way, Deluxe, yeah, he does protect poor Charles. He puts the violence to a minimum. What's good, Anthony? The number one YouTuber? Nice, okay. And it says it would make a good storyline if Valentine and Miss were working together. That would be dope. Well, I mean, I think I think he protects him for his own benefit. Like he lessens the violence. He doesn't transport candy through poor Charles. Could be, could be protecting. Unfortunately, Krista, I feel like Spinelli isn't big enough. No offense, I don't feel like he's important enough to protect them. Maybe at one point in time he did. He did actually was going to work with that guy because they had information on Spinelli. But oh yeah, no, Jess, no, no. He's more of the like I said, Jess. He's more of the exactly. Well, Angel Blue almost looked like some people was saying that Jason spotted Sonny. Carolyn says, "I can't believe he wanted Anna to rest." I can't believe that. Yeah, Tracy. I'm like, yo, Rydersmith is saying if I go to one of these fan events, these crazy people are gonna sit there and slap me around and call me Susie, like I'm some sort of $2 streetwalker, and I'm way more expensive than that. I'm just saying. Just says, how do you feel about the new writers? I ain't feeling some of it so far. Like Sam has just been out of pocket. Jake has been annoying. They haven't done anything with Trina. She coming in with a little stink attitude from time to time. Goddamn right I am, Jess. I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with Jess. Like there's certain things that's just not working for me. Unlimited says honestly, Sonny never resolved things with Jason or Carly after he saw them together. I watched the episode when Carly and Sonny made their relationship official. Sonny questions were about Jason. Yeah, he did kind of skip over that, and then Jason went to Grace, and then he died, and sorry, is that a yes, Jess? I am more expensive than $2. Softly like that. Cherry Iceman says new writers hashtag 4. You're just doing some annoying stuff so far that I'm just not liking. Oh yeah, no, Caroline, no. Maurice Bernard's my guy. Sonny is questionable at times, especially with the whole child digiling thing. You know, Upper Doc, that statement has been going on around for that statement has been going that theory has been going around all night. Lashanta says, I need to see Lil Bill get out of the chair. And Unlimited says, keep in mind the stories are still from the old regime. The new writers are just rewriting it so it won't disturb their vision for future storylines. And see, I'm glad you are saying that because they don't just come in and you just decide, oh well, all this stuff, this is not going to work. This is what we need to do. So Unlimited does have a point as far as the transition was going to be rough. Still just ain't working for me. I'm just saying, but they were rewrite. They will rewrite and say Valentine brainwashed Charlotte. Krista says, I still think he set the fire at Anna's too. I'm wondering if he and Ava have been working. See, yep. Krista, you, Opera Doc, and a few other people have been there saying that same thing as far as Ava and Valentine working together. I don't believe it, but I mean, if well, I'll say this much: if I'm right, I am going to be very petty about it, and I'm going to sit there and say, "I told you so." But if I'm wrong, then well, then y'all can sit there and say you told me so. Krista says, "I fully believe that the temporary writers intended to place Sunny and Anna in a romantic relationship. They were getting way too close on an emotional level." Scary. It would have still been a little out of pocket for me, but damn. Lashanta said, I don't care about Curtis or Hat Daddy or Portia. Lashanta does not give two F's about Little Bill. Darby says Jason order of importance. Michael, Carly, Sonny, Monica, Sonny, kids, Carly's kids, and then Sam, Liz, and their combined kids. Hmm. Well, I like I said, I do think that they did fumble. They did fumble on that Marshall storyline. People listening to saying it's the best story. I love the acting. It was so emotional. It went to a dead end. Okay. They try to look for answers. The doctor practically said that the doctors back in the day screwed over people. Okay. They screwed over black people. Yeah, they've been doing that for years and they kind of keep doing that to some extent. You haven't told me anything new. It almost seemed like they had a different idea for the Marshall storyline as far as maybe confronting this doctor, but they just decided not to do it. So I don't know. Just don't know. Illumina says, I think they sped that up because no one cared about the Marshall storyline. He didn't warrant a storyline. Hmm, maybe disagree about not warranting it, but I see what you're saying. I mean, my whole thing is like, I just wish it paid off better than it just going at the wall that it went, you know? A 40-minute conversation, my whole thing is like, that conversation took way too long. Just sit there and say, hey, listen, the doctors back in the day, they screwed over women, they screwed over people of color, and there's your answer. The end. And here's the thing. I get just agrees with Jim. And it's like I get it. Supporting characters all and blah 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 blah, but I really don't care. People love that scene. They was like, it was the best scene ever. It was so emotional. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, it's not something that we didn't know already. What are you telling us that's new? And Lashanta says, I believe Valentine killed Austin and blackmailed Ava. And Unlimited, and this is something else. Unlimited says this is conjunction, but I believe Marshall was designed to be the new big bad. Remember the crime figure in the crime figure in the West. Remember how Marshall appeared around a body on the docks? That's true. Nope. I don't remember actually calling you by your full girl. Well, Unlimited does have a point. Did I actually say that, Jess? I don't remember you saying that. Yeah, I don't remember you saying that, Jess. Damon says Phoenix Tremaine said Marshall has been put on recurrent status. Yes. Oh no, Jess, I know better. Trust me, I know better than to get on your bad side, Jess. I do not want another traumatizing weekend where you act like I was there kicking puppies around. No, I'm good. But no, that was true. Unlimited. They did seem like they had more for him. Just saying, Jess. Because apparently that was you being tame. So I want to see the other. I don't want to see the other version. And that's another question. Yes, Lashanta says, who bought Windermere? Are they ever going to get to that? Are they ever going to get to the Austin stuff? They just said they didn't give an F about Austin anyway, so whatever. Hmm. But yeah, Marshall came in with such good promise. It's a damn shame what they actually want to do with him. Before he went to jail. God damn, Jess. Well, the sad thing is that it's hard for us to care when they felt like the writers didn't even care. But here's the thing, Jess. I said that from day one. I was like, this character is going to be a disappointment. This is stupid. This is dumb. You should have never left at Franco. He came back. It was just stupid. I knew it was going to work. People was like, no, Albert, give it a chance. Give it a chance. I mean, that's true, Krista. That's true. I don't like slow moving stories. Except for Why Not. For some odd reason, I can rock Why Not. Unless that they will wrap Austin up in the Umbrella storyline. Hopefully, we need to do something. And it says, I guess GH forgot about Jordan because weren't Jordan and Anna working together. That's true. Valerie, I like Franco too. I mean, people say, here's the thing. I can never get past the whole thing what he did with Michael. But besides that, people said that Franco was a much better character than Austin. I mean, let's be honest. I feel like a lot of people did not care about Austin until Mason came in. Until Mason came in, they did not care. Lemon says, why not always have more patient, always has a more patient pace, but the payoff is usually there. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I agree with that up and down. Lemon said, do you still think there is a difference between CBS and ABC soaps? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I said the same thing, Angel Blue. I was like, yo, listen, this is exactly why I feel like, oof, I don't know. I mean, I can see people liking Damon, so I think it would have been a good thing for the fans. And yes, Angel Bloom, Sonny should have put two in his head. Give Jocelyn something to really cry about, because this dude is now working with the cops. He came back to Port Charles after Sonny allowed this dude to live, and now he's gonna be working with the cops. I said that today. Thank you, Angel Blue. I was like, yo, listen, they should have bended that. That's true, Unlimited. Jordan did actually bring some life into the show, but now they're making her very cartoonish. Yeah, Upper Doc, a lot of people liked him. I liked him as a kid, and then I found out what he wound up doing, and then I was just like, I guess part of me, Upper Doc, is like, how did people just get past that? What he did to Marty Saber? Like they just like I can never understand. I never understood that. It's like, oh man, Todd Manor was a great character. Todd Manor was Morris. Yep. Finally, I was like, yo, listen, Sunny Shades just did it. Johnson's all like, oh, I'm never gonna forgive you. Okay, cool. I'll give you something to never. I give you something to be upset about. Orthodox was. I mean, I get that, but that's the same thing with like Todd and Luke. I guess so, Orthodox. I just like as a grown up, like as a kid, it went over me. As an adult, I can't just sit there and be like, I don't know, I can't get past that. So I don't understand how people can sit there and be like, I love him as a character, what he did. Being a great character doesn't mean he had to be a great person. I don't even understand how that makes sense. Being a great character doesn't mean he had to be a great person. I mean, yeah, the actor, yes, I can sit there and give props to the actor. Angel Blue says, I don't miss Franco as a regular. The character wasn't meant to be a regular. That's true. But being a great being a great character doesn't mean he had to be a great person. I don't get that. I don't know. I just think that some people can forgive certain things and other people can't. Like it's like everyone has tolerance levels. I think that's what it comes down to. I guess. I guess. I can see what you're saying, Arthur Doc. Okay, I can see what you're saying. All right. I can't rock with the character, but I see what you're saying. Angel Blue. I'm like that. That was a long time coming. Let's be honest. With Miss Wu, Olympus says Franco wasn't a great character, though. They just tried every which way to redeem him. And Cat Lady says Sunny is still my guy. And because you're Cat Lady, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna sit there and shake my head, say you're gorgeous, and just and keep moving. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna answer that question. Eagle Fang says, "Hey Albert, I wonder if Jason has something to do with Austin's death." I doubt it, but wow. Okay, so we still got some. Okay, so a limited like Sunny, a Lux like Sunny. A limited says Victor as well. I don't know what Victor did back then, but well, yeah, I don't know, Opera Doc. I mean, terrible things. It's like there's levels to that. I feel like the R word is like murdering of the soul. So it's like what Erica Kane did and what Dorian did. I don't know if you can measure that up to what Todd did. That's just me. I'm not knocking you for liking them. I'm just saying, like, mm. Shanta says, why Valentine tell Nina to fight for Sonny if he's trying to kill him? I mean, I get that that's bad. It is bad, Oppa Dog, but that versus the R word, I mean, we gotta weigh those things, Oppa Dog. We gotta weigh those things. Yeah, that's bad, but God did to Marty Saybrook. For me personally, I think that that's worse. I'm just saying. Hmm. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does help. I'm pretty sure the math ain't mathing on the likes, but hopefully people will maybe hit the like button on the way out. My goodness, it's taking forever. Princess says, I don't know how I feel about Sonny sometimes. Does things that make sense and he says stuff that makes sense, but lately Sonny has been saying stupid crap. Well, yeah, of course, because he's been off his meds. Understand that. Like, yes, he's been saying some he's been saying some stupid crap because he's been off his meds. That's true, Angel Blonde. I mean, I know some people are just coming up with these theories, which is fine. Um, I get it. Jesus Christ. What? As said, Todd hurt more than he also went after Nora when he was blind and punched Kia in the face, like the act, like the actor. But I always had a love-hate relationship with the character. Yeah, I get that. I just, I don't know. I don't really get it to some extent. I mean, I'm trying to get where Apodoc is coming from, but like ultimately, what it comes down to is like I can't sit there and I, it's like someone is saying that an artist is compelling. Well, yeah, Apodoc. Here's the thing: I can separate the actor from the character, right? But as far as what Todd did, that's something that I can't sit there and be like, oh man, I don't know. I was like I said, when I watched it when I was younger, it was different. You know, I loved Todd when I was a kid. When I grew up, I was like, what the f- is wrong with me? And the same thing, the same thing with Sunny. I'm like, no, no, I'm not saying you are Apodoc. I'm just meant to say for me personally. Well, no, I mean that's not what I'm saying, and I wasn't contradicting myself. I'm just meant to say for me, it just you know, I don't understand it. That's what I'm saying. Like some people can sit there and say they like these characters, and I just I don't get it. This is before your last sentence. No, I'm not contradicting myself. I said exactly what I said, and I meant that. And I was pretty much kind of answering Apodoc's question because he's not there saying that he's a compelling character to watch, and I'm like, I get that. I guess it's just me. I didn't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that, but I respect it. You know, it's his opinion. I'm not knocking it. But oh, I know stuff now. No, you're on point. You're on point with your stuff. But I'm gonna set the end the stream right here though, because I do gotta actually wake up, drop it off. But I'm gonna end the stream right here though, because I do gotta wake up like at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream here, but I do want to thank everyone for joining now. This is actually a lot of fun. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much for making these streams so fun. I'm just the host. Y'all make these great. So thank you. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Blackman. Have a good night, Gorgeous Cat Lady. Have a good night, Krista. Have a good night, Unlimited. Blackman said 2:30 in the morning. Yeah. I am so not. Jason says, hey, you owe me five. uh, I love it. But I will see y'all tomorrow on the next stream. Have a good night, Susan. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Deluxe. Have a good night, Unlimited. Have a good night, Lakeisha. Have a good night, have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Lashanta. Yeah, but I took a nap a little bit early though, Black Month, so it's gonna help. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Lakeisha. Trust me, if I didn't have to wake up at 2:30 in the morning, we'll be still doing this. But I had to sit there and do a live. I had to come in. But have a good night, Melly Mama Heart Queen, Black Mon Cherry Ice Cream, and anyone I missed, you know who you are. Ed Deluxe, Papa Doc, and yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow in the next live stream. Laters. Oh, have a good night, Krista. I feel like Ashley is playing everyone. I don't think so. Have a good night, Angel Blue. It was really great to see you in the stream again. Thank you for coming through. Have a good night, Melly Mel. Yeah, Duan, I gotta wake up at 2:30 in the morning for work. So I am not looking forward towards that. Ugh, just hate the thought of it. Especially no caffeine. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. All I'm gonna sit there and say is nobody better piss me off tomorrow. Anyway, have a good night. Stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow in the next live stream. And have a good night, Tracy. And have a good night, Queen Janet. Okay. Well, the rest of y'all, you know who. Yes. Have a good night, Big. Have a good night, Big Nate. And have a good night, Duan. I will see you in the next live stream. Laters.